Blessings, beautiful beings. Pretty sure we are on. Hello, hello. Tapping in today, a beautiful day, another beautiful day here on Earth. Here we are able to nourish our bodies. We're able to connect with our loved ones, connect with our own vessels, our own selves, our own universes that we get to nourish and play within and create and sculpt. Another day that we are able to experience nature. Another day that we are able to experience through our senses, where we are able to feel, where we are able to connect. So yeah, another day on Earth. Beautiful, just like all the days. All the days we just happen to be, in quarantine. Yes, the external situation happens to be in a different state, yet we're still here on Earth experiencing a myriad of incredible opportunities and experiences that we get to choose perspective from, that we get to uh, choose how we respond and receive. So, yeah, here today to tap into. I love you too. I love all of you. Hello, hello, all you beautiful beings. It's always so fun to be live because it's like you can see like all of the frequencies coming in. Even if I'm not able to catch every word, it's like, oh, I feel the frequency. Oh, I feel the energy. Oh, sending you love, sending you love. So, yes, I'm tapping in today to answer some questions I posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me yet, my name is Activation Vibration, and I posted a photo asking about some questions, some topics that you are all curious in, and we got lots. We got lots, and I haven't fully read through them because I prepare by being unprepared, and that's kind of just like the formula of the channel, as well as kind of a very significant formula taking place right now where we are meant to be adapting to every moment, where we are not to um, implement and project a certain structure or way of being or way that things are to go within this time, because everything is all interchanging, everything is flowing in spur of the moment sporadically. That is like the formula of the new order of this restructuring process. So it also happens to be just how I prepare. It's just to be unprepared. The flow is a formula that I really enjoy. So, yeah, tapping into some of these questions. Mm. Yeah, what are some of the best practices that we can do while in isolation? Ooh, to assist the light downloads. And yeah, we have a bunch of people actually asking a similar question, responding to this one. And there are many different things. I could give you all of the, meditate, eat nourishing foods, ground outside. But dancing is incredible, actually moving your body. And even if you're not like dancing to music, maybe it is just like actually shaking your body. Even try it with me now. Just kind of like shake your body if you're able to, so that you can kind of like get the energies in your body moving and adjusting into alignment. Because often as we are going throughout our day, we experience emotions and situations and things that trigger awarenesses or lack of awarenesses within us, essentially blockages that then doesn't allow the energy within to circulate and process properly. So if we take time to actually just like shake every once in a while and just do something weird, it allows for the energy to move into the right places. And even, I don't know, if you allowed yourself to like move with me just then, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. Another thing that's really powerful to align yourself and also just kind of like clear any energies that maybe are unwanted is toning, vocal toning. So our voice actually is designed to heal ourselves. Our voice is designed as a tool for medicine to heal the external environment as well. So toning, even if you want to just try it with me now, I've been like literally talking all day and recording all weekend, so my voice is like kind of like raspy, but we're still, we still got the power. I've just been using this throat chakra quite a lot lately, and yeah, if you guys have been experiencing blockages within the throat, definitely suggest just speaking, maybe recording yourself saying affirmations on your phone, and also toning. So even just like making a noise like, "Ooh." You can notice I'm not sure how it fully translates on here because it's pretty high frequency over here, but I can literally feel it in my environment. I can feel it shift energies within me. I can feel it shift and arrange the environment. It's just clear. My kitty loves it. And it's kind of like pattern interruption. If you feel like energies are chaotic in your environment and maybe you're alone or maybe you're even with other people and kind of just need to reset the frequency, just and just breathe and just allow it to shift. You can even feel it. It's also a good tool for practicing your intuitive physical senses, your sensory awarenesses to like make noises or do something and then feel the shift. Feel the shift in environment, maybe within. It's powerful. Oh, okay. We have a lot of people asking about um, careers shifting. So within this time, a lot of people are losing their jobs and a lot of people are not able to go to work. And thus, the question is surfacing more and more. Is this job really for me? Is this really my job? Am I really doing my job here doing this job? And it's coming to light that perhaps the jobs that are shifting out of our lives maybe weren't fully in alignment. And maybe you were aligned in a job that was associated with and connected to your purpose. However, even those things are changing, even our purposes within this time. This is like a beginning and mid and end life crisis for everyone in the world right now, where it's kind of like, okay, Earth, pause, take a break, rest, be with yourself, face yourself. And the distractions? No, no, no more, no more. It's clearing the field so that we come to a space, a clean slate where we can see and discern, am I in alignment? Is this alignment for me? And the government, everything externally, society, everything is actually doing that at this point where it's kind of like, oh, maybe that's not an alignment. As these things are coming to surface, it's not an alignment. So a lot of jobs are even not going to be necessary going forward. When we shift back into this space, it's going to be a whole different reality. It's going to be a completely different reality. And a lot of the jobs, a lot of the things that we were doing before are no longer going to be necessary or resonant with us. So trust, just keep trusting. If you are someone who has lost your job or you are unsure about your job now at this point, trust it, listen to it rather than being like, something's wrong with feeling this way. Nothing is wrong with feeling this way. Everyone is feeling this way in multiple layers and levels of their lives. This is exactly how we should be feeling because this is forcing change. This is causing us to really look at everything from a different, higher perspective, a different angle, and see what is in alignment and what can be restructured and reorganized so that it is in better alignment. So keep trusting and know that, yeah, everything that's happening within the government, within the financial systems, within the stocks, within everything is purpose. This is a redistribution. And many of you know this, and many of you know I have been speaking of this for quite a while, for years, literally. It is all purpose, but it has to appear bad. Things have to be removed, they have to be cleared out of our lives, especially if we've been holding on to them in order for the new things to come and take place. It has to be that way. It is a positive thing. It is a good thing. Just keep trusting. Just stay neutral. Just stay neutral. Even if you can't find the tools to be like excited and positive about it, like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm just going to pretend like I know that it is. If you're not able to do that, totally fine. Just stay neutral then. Okay. All right. I release attachment to all the things. I release attachment to all the things. I'm telling you, that is how the best things come into your life, is when you release attachment to all of the things. Because then what is really actually meant for you and what is even better for you can be like, hey, just so you know I exist. You had no idea, but I exist and here it is. So our soul knows. Our soul knows. Our soul feels it, like there's something. There's something more. There's something deeper. There's something better. Okay. Yeah, what are the steps that we should take to fully align? There's like a lot of these alignment questions, and this is like just going with the flow, just adapting, just like being present to what is in the moment and allowing yourself to shift accordingly. Flowing like water, flowing like water. There's been a lot of fires lately, lots of transmutation. So just be water. Water has major codes in this time. Water is encoded. Hydrate, drink water so that you're just flowing more. That is really seriously a thing. If you feel yourself like rigid or like stuck or like unable to move, drink water. It will hydrate you. You'll literally feel more fluidity and flow within your physical vessel. And that you respond to that emotionally, energetically, spiritually. Everything responds to everything. So when we do these little things like tone or meditate or drink water, and bring awareness to the fact that we're drinking water and it's a magical event, then it actually shifts a state of us so that the other parts of us can recognize, oh, that's a better state to be in and can actually shift into them too. This is like, I'm telling you, our bodies, our beings, do not underestimate. They are incredible, incredible vehicles of tools and awareness and solution and medicine and self-sufficiency. You have it all within. Do not underestimate these magical vessels. It has it all. It's really just that we bring awareness to these things, and when I'm bringing this information to light, it's reminding you because, like, intuitively, your soul, you already know that's why it resonates, and when this comes about and we bring awareness to something, it's like, "Oh, that's what's happening? Okay, I can apply that direct awareness and meaning to my life as I'm experiencing it," and then you experience the fullness of it, and then it reflects more quantumly, more tangibly, quicker. Hmm. Do you believe this isolation is a part of evolution? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs to be with themselves. Everyone needs to be connecting with what actually is here. And oh, you guys are so powerful. I literally like it's like, let's make bridges of lights from our hearts. Yes, please, let's do that. But we all need this. We all need to be in this space so that we can fully restructure, rebirth. We're all in like little wombs right now. Imagine your house as a safe haven, wherever you are, as like this sacred space, a womb where you are restructuring and rebuilding and rebirthing. And just so you know, as we're being in this time, and thank you so much for the donations. Love you, thank you. Oh, that little emoji is so cute. As we are experiencing these things and these emotions, know that there's not one way to be. It's not that you should be waking up every day like, the world is going to shit and this is a positive thing. Everything is good. Everything is exciting. And I'm going to do all of my meditation practices and change the world today. You don't have to be waking up that way every day. And it's actually not normal to wake up that way every day because you have to be fluxing it and experiencing different emotions because different energies are coming through and it's necessary for you to experience these different energies coming in so that you can properly alchemize them. So it's normal to just like feel in different ways. However, know that it is all purpose, it is all divine. So the only thing that you shouldn't do is judge yourself or anything else happening right now. You shouldn't judge yourself in any way that you're experiencing this because your soul knows what it's doing. Your higher self knows what it's doing in this time. I promise, I promise. You did agree. You had awareness of all of this to come here at this time to incarnate in presence during this shift. And so there's a part of you that has essentially planned this all out. And yes, we experience this as free will within us individually. We choose the way that we want to act, and we can experience a better timeline or a more challenging timeline in result of how we choose to be. However, there is a divine plan, a divine way, a divine purpose to all of the subconscious, all of the natural, all of the incoming things. So, just knowing if I don't feel my best today and I feel like literally just laying down and sleeping for 3 days straight, that is great. That is probably exactly what your body needs. That is probably exactly what it means. If you feel like, oh, if I don't feel like eating today and your body wants to naturally fast, honor that too. honor that too. Drink lots of water. Make sure that you are staying hydrated. Yet, if your body is feeling like, or perhaps eating extra, where it's like, I just need to eat 5 meals today and I'm doing that for a week, maybe that's what you need to do. Or if you feel called towards a certain herb or supplement, your body and your being knows what it's doing. And there is a specific formula that is purposed and beneficial to you as a being. So, the more that you trust everything that's happening, and rather than judging yourself or judging it, like this is bad, this is wrong, resist, reject, or this is bad, this is wrong, resist, rather than doing that, transmute, instead being like, okay, this is uncomfortable, this is challenging, this doesn't feel very good. Um, okay, all right, how can I respond to this? All right, I'm gonna make this funny. I'm gonna make this funny. For me personally, humor, that is my thing. And that is one of the greatest medicines. My higher self and my guides are hilarious, sometimes insultingly hilarious, but I like that type of humor. But taking some type of like medicine of your own, or maybe I'm going to just like not deal with this altogether and just go meditate or just like be neutral or just lay down instead. However, it is that you want to take the situations, not judging it, not judging it, trusting it, trusting it. It is actually all divine because everything is from source. Even darkness has a form of divinity, has a form of light. It is still a part of the light. So everything is divine in nature. So it's just what you're choosing to focus on, what you're giving your attention to, paying your attention to. All right. Yeah, mantras and mudras. Definitely. I actually created a little like Tai Chi and Qigong um, like mudra meditation that I'll be sharing with you guys. I'll be posting it on YouTube where I kind of like walk you through an energy movement. But even just like sitting with yourself and tapping into and feeling into your own mudra. So maybe you start like just with your hands on your knees, or maybe you start in prayer and allowing your hands to kind of like maybe you stay in prayer and you go to the energy center that feels most resonant with you. So maybe it is your crown, maybe it is your third eye, maybe it is your throat chakra, maybe it is your heart, your solar, your sacral, or your root, or maybe it's outside of your body, wherever it is. For me, I'm right here, right now. And if you just allow your hands to kind of like form, maybe they come out, and just kind of like letting them do whatever they want. Like, this is literally, they just do whatever they want. And so maybe they need to kind of like adjust and kind of just feeling the energy of that center, perhaps imagining the energy within internally your hands. It's translating through your hands, and your hands are expressing it. Okay, so this is the mudra that wanted to come through for right now. And yeah, so you can kind of just like allow yourself to yeah, to form in different ways. And maybe you even move into like an energy practice. This is also something that I do personally to move my energy and to center myself. Perhaps you turn on music that feels good, or maybe you're outside in nature, or maybe it's just your breath, maybe it's to the cadence of your heartbeat, and allowing your hands to essentially clear energy, to work in your field. Maybe it's to bring light in, maybe it's to anchor energies within you. Maybe it's to uplift your energy. Maybe you focus on a certain area that perhaps needs healing. Maybe if you have any throat chakra imbalances or blockages right now, you breathe in light and you imagine whatever color is resonant. For me, it's golden right now. And light coming in, this golden light, massaging this area and clearing it. Already feeling that. Mm. Yeah, powerful practice. Am I on drugs? I'm not on drugs, but the entire society, all doctors are prescribing them. Are you referring to those types of drugs? I'm not on drugs, no. But that's like a perfect thing to, oh, Yes, absolutely, meditations, yes, I will come back to that, yes. Um, yeah, but that's, like, a perfect thing is judgment. Once again, it's like, "Oh, she's, like, moving things and she's doing something that is connecting to her or is resonant to her, and it's not something that I do or I have seen or I've given myself permission to experience or enjoy from." Judgment. She must be on drugs, something is wrong, and it's like, that is what is blocking you, that is what is causing toxicity within your body. That is what is calling and magnifying negativity and toxicity into your life, into your experience. So yeah, that is exactly what we don't want to do. But everything else is like love yourself, trust yourself. But the judgment and like the hatred projection, like that is not the vibe. That is not the vibe. And yeah, they watch because um, uh, their soul is like called to it and resonant with it and knows it, but their human self is like, I don't give myself permission to do that or to be weird or to do any of these things that actually would heal me and make me satisfied by life. So I'm gonna judge this person. Stop doing that. And it's like, nah, bro, like we're so like I've been doing this for lifetimes. Shower meditations are really powerful, just to tap in on that. Every time you are taking a shower or a bath or even drinking water, but especially the shower as it's like raining down upon you, imagine it as ultraviolet or golden light or healing light or love that is pouring upon you onto your body, clearing every crevice of your being, clearing out any shadows, any darknesses, bringing in light, allowing everything to transmute to perfect state, actually bringing it balance, balance, balance. And um, yeah, you guys are hilarious. I'm so grateful and glad. And yeah, I've been in this funny mood too because like. If I'm gonna be stuck in my house in quarantine for multiple days, like I'm about to get so weird. Actually, what it is I'm about to reveal how weird I am. My friends know, but if my friends can't come over regularly because everyone's stuck in their house and I can't go there, then I'm about to get super weird on here. Yeah, but the shower meditations, allowing light to penetrate and clear and cleanse your body is so, so powerful. And why am I in quarantine? Because my like California essentially is in quarantine. But like I also I even just say the term "I'm in quarantine" because I think it's hilarious. I don't know why. I think it's so funny that we are, like, in quarantine because it's also, like, my lifestyle. I also really like to be alone. Um, but yeah, it's something that I'm choosing and honoring as a state of where the collective is at. I think that hermetism, that's like more of what this really is. I think it's necessary for everyone right now. I think it is so necessary for the entire world. So I'm like definitely supporting this, absolutely supporting this. Um, but not social distancing, physical distancing. We're physical distancing for time. Um, but yeah, not social distancing because we're like being more social, but you should also be social with yourself and go inward, but like also be social and make sure you're like FaceTiming or texting or um, saying hi to me on live and connecting with other people right now because in hermetism we can also often get like trapped in our things and it's necessary that we come and we like face these things that we're dealing with as we are like in more secluded areas and then also coming out and experiencing and playing with other people. So yeah. Mhm. Okay. And I'm not gonna be able to get to there's, like, a couple hundred questions on the Instagram, so I'm not gonna be able to get to, all of them this one, but I'll just have to come live again. So, um mm, is it true that doing ayahuasca really connects you to something deeper if you had not taken it? I definitely believe that so this is even bringing it back to the drugs. I do not do drugs. I do absolutely love plant medicines, and I actually don't really feel called to ayahuasca. Again, I've sat with ayahuasca. Um, about 8 times. I don't feel called again for this time being, and I don't really feel called to use many plant medicines right now in my life. However, I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them and love, yeah, all of the like sacred, organic, natural, mind altering and essentially different frequency attuning inducents is that a word? And yeah, essentially that's what plant medicines do is they hold a different frequency. All plants, all life hold forms of consciousness, just like our guides, just like our different aspects of ourselves. If you notice you feel one way 1 minute and you're in a completely different mood another minute, we all have different forms of consciousnesses. And again, we are still one being, yet we have these different versions of ourselves. Same with source, same with guides, same with extraterrestrials, with angels, same with plants, same with consciousness. Everything has its own individual form and expression of consciousness. However, it is all derived of the same source, yes. But so essentially, plant medicines are different forms of consciousness and frequency. So when we tap into them, for example, mushrooms, one of my favorites, are a really powerful frequency that connect you to the layers perhaps beneath the surface. And essentially, that's where mushrooms really communicate is beneath the surface. They're channeling this to me now, where they share information and reveal information and bring light and energy to that which is beneath the surface to perhaps reveal what otherwise would not have been known or seen. So, in this particular case, asking about ayahuasca, yes, I do believe that ayahuasca and different plant medicines help to reveal different angles and perspectives that perhaps would not have been seen if those weren't taken. Now, however, I do absolutely believe that an awakened consciousness and enlightenment is absolutely attainable without plant medicines. Absolutely. However, it is undeniable the power and the perspective that plant medicines do provide. So essentially, it's just like other layers. And plant medicines can be used to induce these states of consciousness and these awarenesses. However, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And it's just another version of it. So it can lead you to another state of consciousness and to your enlightenment. And it can also build on top of it if you're already here. And then, which is what I started doing, I actually didn't smoke cannabis, didn't drink alcohol, have never tried any pill, ecstasy, coke, anything. Literally, I've never tried any of that stuff, but didn't even try alcohol or cannabis until I was 19, until I was out of high school for 2 years and was already meditating for like 2 years straight. And it was like, all right, it's time. Then I connected with cannabis, and then I connected with mushrooms. And that just brought me to a whole different form of awareness. So I actually also got to bypass any of the negative experiences with any plant medicines. I've literally never had a bad trip or a bad high ever in my life, and I've now connected with them a significant amount of times because I introduced them into my system once I had already achieved this like state of awareness. Once, and obviously it's grown and evolved at exponential amounts. However, I was already like clear to an extent to where I was able to experience these powerful forms of consciousness and perspectives in a way that I could actually translate it and understand it and make meaning of it and not allow it to distort me or like take me astray. It was like, no, 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 no. So this is another way to see this. This is another way to view this. This is information. Here is all of this. And okay. So you do trip. Yeah, no, I've definitely tripped before. Is that not clear? And I've also, yeah, done lots of work to continue to ground myself and integrate all of my information. That is a really big thing and actually something I would love to share on. Once someone does plant medicines, that does not mean that they have achieved enlightenment or that they have awakened. That does not mean that they are now conscious. Absolutely not. And again, if someone is connecting with plant medicines before they have actually achieved a sovereign state of awakened awareness, then it can actually kind of like take them more astray. It can distance them further from the clarity of the whole perspective, right? Because we have like these different hallways and like alleys of consciousness and awareness in subconsciousness. And if one isn't clear in the center space, like the main area of the whole like spaceship little pod that we're running here, then they can get lost in these different like hallways. So often people think that if they, oh, I did ayahuasca, so now I'm awakened. Oh, absolutely not. Actually, the information and the codes really come to you years after you've done the plant medicine. Actually, seriously, we have all these beautiful perspectives and visions come to us, and oh, I realized this and this when we're on these plant medicines. However, the awareness of the information is available to anyone. People can receive that in a book and they can have these psychedelic experiences. Obviously, it's a lot more sensory when you're on plant medicines, but people can receive that from a book. It's actually about how you apply the information, how you integrate the codes that have awakened within you. So often I see people like doing plant medicines and then speaking about it right afterwards. And it's like, bro, you have no idea what's about to open for you. Like that hasn't even fully really set yet. Like just give it a little time, give yourself a little time, you know? And I think that's a big thing, even just within the spiritual community. As we do awaken and we get excited about all of these things, we want to go out and tell people right away. We want to just tell everyone. And that is beautiful because it's sparking inspiration. However, it's also necessary, and to each their own, because we're all playing different roles and different purposes, and it's all necessary and it all belongs. It is important to also integrate the information that comes from your awakenings, and that's where the real mastery exists, is in the embodiment. The highest awakened enlightened spiritual master is not the one that is the highest and is the least embodied and the freest and the floatiest. The embodied master is the one who is most integrated. That is mastery here on earth. In other realms, other dimensions, other lives, other consciousnesses, that is the point, is to be integrated fully and embodied in the higher consciousness. Yet here on earth, we are very much experiencing this physically. The point is not to reach a state of awareness and blast off and stay up there. It's to bring it back here so that you can experience it tangibly. I apply all this shit I talk about to every aspect of my life, to everything that I'm experiencing. When I am going pee, to when I'm making food, to when I'm experiencing someone attacking me at the grocery store for no reason because they ran into the wall. Whatever it is, it's like all of this is here so that I can experience it. And I share it with everyone so that you can spark awarenesses, integrate it in your own way, understand it, and then experience it physically and tangibly in your life as well. That is the point of this. So, yeah. So beautiful. How do you integrate the otherworldly knowledge? I say it's by time, and it's by it's through experience, and it's through consciously bringing awareness to how you are reacting and responding and even feeling in response to all that is happening within you. It's consistent conscious awareness. That is how we integrate this otherworldly knowledge, this information, also through meditating, also through dancing. These like physical practices and things that we do actually really do move energy through our bodies and integrate them and actually like encode them within our system. It's not just like something we're doing to pass time and we're like, if you're spiritual, do it. It's like, no, this is real. And like I spend significant parts of my life doing these things alone that no one will ever see because I'm benefiting from them. And that's why we're doing it. Do plant medicines work if the pineal gland is still calcified? Yes, but if there is calcification or blockages, in any part of the being, and especially the pineal gland, the third eye, then of course that can cause some distortion and perhaps some like um, imbalance in the circulation of the energy and the awareness. And when that happens, when we do experience these like, uh, can we talk about sacred? I love that question. When we do experience these like imbalances and like blockages within our system, essentially we just need to move it through. We just need to move it through. It's not like, oh, I lost my ability to do this, or oh, I no longer am this way, or I can't move this anymore. It's like, no, you just got to work on it. Like that area is requiring extra attention for a reason. And so you just got to work on this like area, whatever it is. Maybe I'm talking to myself. I actually do need to stretch a little bit more. Definitely need to be stretching out more. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna answer a few more of these questions that were asked on here, just because I said that I would. Um, okay, yeah. Okay, tips for grounding as an empath and also experiencing everything as an empath. Um, yeah, that's really important. Knowing if you are an empathic person or a sensitive, highly sensitive person in HSP, then, or starseed, or honestly just like aware or awakened, or just like, yeah, especially if you're an empath though, you can pick up a lot energetically from the field. The field, the matrix, is like dense right now. The 3D matrix field is essentially like pumping the field with like denser, lower vibrational energies to induce fear, worry, lack of positive action. So bringing awareness to that, and also the Schumann resonance keeps spiking up and down. It keeps raising. Literally, we've hit our highest Schumann resonance frequency of Earth that it's ever experienced in record date, as we know of. And it also keeps going down as well. So, knowing that there's a high frequency of galactic energy also coming in from the planet as the matrix grid is like trying to circulate its like angry energy. And so that is essentially working against each other. So that's like causing friction in the field already. And so as an empath, we are sensitive to this shit. We feel it. Where like you may just wake up and be like, what is happening? And it's like you just like can feel it around you. You just gotta unplug from it. Unplug from it. That's when you do some of your own practices. Maybe you tone, maybe you meditate, maybe you shake it off, maybe you roll on the floor, maybe you cuddle with your cat. Whatever you do, just do something that is bringing your awareness back to you. And I honestly say I call and claim all of my energy to me. I call and claim all of my energy to me. Say it with me. I call and claim all of my energy to me. I call and claim all of my energy to me. And even just like within that second, taking the time and space and awareness, which is the earth formula of manifestation, time, space, and action and intention, doing that actually makes it so. Like if you actually did that with me, you can feel it. You can feel it. You can actually feel it and maybe do that more for yourself. But when you feel like the influence of external energies just coming to you, just in that moment, just doing something that can shift you and that can protect you and protect your field and just bring yourself back to your own space and make sure that you are doing things that you enjoy, playing. This is Aries season right now, so inner child energy is supported, where playing with animals, with plants, with babies, with your own inner child. Maybe you watch something funny, maybe you watch a cartoon, maybe you roll around outside. I've been doing that lately. That's why I keep suggesting it. Do something that actually just makes you feel like your child self and invoke that energy within you, and then that will be present. That's what the universe will be like. Okay, cool, we have a lot of that energy coming through because we're in Aries season, so let's support you with that. Let's support you with that. And that's essentially how we get through this. That is essentially how we get through this, is like utilizing our tools and supplementing the right awareness, perspective, energy, and intention. Someone asked, "Do you guys wear a mask when you go out?" I feel like that's a very controversial question, and I haven't just because well, I haven't really been going out, but just because I don't wanna feed into it, but I also think that it is, like, necessary, and it's a good positive thing. And I think that my neighbor just knocked on my door. Let's see if he knocks again. Yeah, I think he is here. So it's 40 minutes. Wow. Okay. So we will just have to tap in and go live at another time. And it's been so beautiful. So, so beautiful to connect with all of you. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Okay. Yeah, there's so many good questions on here too. Um, and I will talk all about Sekhmet next time. He's actually sleeping. I can see him, but he's kind of far. He's like at the other side of the hallway. So I will bring him on next time and um, yeah, talk about him. And if you have any questions or anything that you want me to share in the next Q&A, then leave them in the comments below this video. And I would love to tap in with you guys again. I love you. I love you. So much love on here. May everyone who is tapping in feel the love of their heart, feel the love of the guides, feel the love of the angels, of source, of God, of the universe, of all that is manifesting positively. May you receive miracles in your next few moments. Get excited in advance. Celebrate. Everything is truly working out. Best case scenario. And so it is. I love you.